Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel, and today we are going to be staining wood. So this is for a project that I have. I had made this puzzle, I had finished it, one of those very fancy puzzles with all those pieces, you know, and I wanted to hang it up, so we made this so we can glue the puzzle to the front of it and then we can hang it up, and we're going to be staining it today, this black cherry color. So what you're going to need for this project, if you are going to be staining wood ever, are some gloves. You're going to want a cotton rag or just an old shirt of some sort. You're going to want the project you are going to be staining, and you're going to want some protection so it doesn't just drip stain all over what you are working over. So we are going to be getting started. So we're going to be grabbing our stain. We're going to be giving it a good shake. So we're going to be taking that off, and now what we're going to do is we're just going to be wearing it, kind of just wear it all over your project. So then you're going to be taking your cloth, just kind of going over it, following the grain of the wood. So if there's any areas that you want to go and touch up, you can go ahead and do that. Now, pretty much from here, pretty much from like all this big area right here is going to be covered up by the puzzle I'm going to be putting on it. So that part's not really going to matter too much. What I'm really trying to focus on are the edges. Where you're going to be seeing it. Make sure they're nice and neat. kind of like it when it doesn't look perfect and when there's imperfections, because I think it just makes it look more rustic and a lot more natural. So there you have it. So that is the top, and we're just gonna let it dry, and we don't have to do the back because again it's not gonna be seen, so you can save some Rust-Oleum there. But anyways, yeah, we're just gonna let this dry and I'll show you the finished product when the puzzle is on it. So here is the finished stain look. And now all we gotta do is glue the puzzle onto it, and I'll see you then. Alright, so now that the stain is dry, it's time for us to complete the last step. And we're going to be sealing it off with this protective finish. And then we'll be done. So what you're going to need is your protective finish and a paintbrush and some clean gloves. So the first thing you're going to want to do is shake this up real nice and good. Okay. So I'm going to open it up. So my camera battery died, but anyways, it's gonna look kind of white like this. And so what you're gonna do is you're gonna just dip your paintbrush inside, and you're just gonna drizzle it right over the top . Okay, so I already put one coat on, and that first coat is now completely dry, and I'm going to go ahead and apply a second coat just to make sure it's all nice and sealed. Alright, so I got the second coat on, and when that is all completely dry, we will glue the puzzle onto the front of it. So we're just going to let this dry, and I will be back when we are ready to put the whole thing together and put the puzzle on and hang it up, and I'll show you what the finished product looks like. So stay tuned and see what the final project turns out looking like. Alright, so now that the finish and the stain is all dry, we are now ready for the very final step, and that is gluing the puzzle onto our project. So what we're going to want to do first is you're going to want to take a measuring tape and measure from one side to the other. And that's about 35 3/4 inches, and then you're going to want to measure from top to bottom, and that is about 15 3/4. So what we did, I already did the math for everything. I divided everything and did the math for the proportions on each side, and long ways we're going to want 7/8 of an inch left on each side, and from top to bottom we're going to want 1 7/8 of an inch. So we're going to be doing that right now and marking it. So right now, so I got my puzzle here, as you can see. This is a Thomas Kincaid puzzle. I love his artwork. So we're gonna be placing that somewhere on here, and then we're gonna be measuring on each side. Okay, so we're going to remove the puzzle, and we're going to be taking our Elmer's glue and shaking that up. And we're going to be drizzling that all. Alright, so now we're going to apply the puzzle. Alright, we're just going to press down. And then you're going to want to wipe off the excess glue. Take a damp rag and just kind of clean up any excess glue you may have picked out. So if there's any areas where you think you might need more glue, feel free to go under and apply more. So now I'm just going to put some heavy objects to kind of hold this corner down. And that is the final product. So we're going to be waiting until this dries, and then I'm going to show you exactly what it looks like all together, and I'm gonna also be showing you what it looks like all hung on the wall, perfectly finished and in one piece. So And yeah, so stay tuned and see how nice this makes your bedroom wall look. Okay, so here is the finished project. The board is completely stained and sealed, and the puzzle is nicely glued securely on the top, and it is now all hung up and completely finished. So that was my project that I have been working on for a while now. I got the puzzle done, and then I glued the puzzle together, and then I wanted to hang it, and frames were really expensive to get it custom framed or to find a frame big enough for the puzzle. So what we did is we found these wood boards at Walmart, and we found 3 of them, and I don't know if you can kind of see these cracks. Those are the different boards. So like, here's one board, 2 boards, and then the 3rd board. And so we found those at Walmart for fairly cheap, and then we just glued them together and then added hardware on the back. And the dimensions went perfectly with how big the puzzle was, and I just think it was a very nice DIY project, and it turned out really nice. And I don't know if you can kind of see over here, but how there's cracks, and it gives the plank look effect, and I really like that. It looks nice and country to go with my country themed room. And yeah, overall I just really like how this project turned out. I'm finally done, and I've been working on this for a long time, so it feels good to finally have it up hanging in my room. I've had this puzzle since I was really young. I finally put together this puzzle, and now it's hanging in my room, and I've had this puzzle for years and years and years, and I just finally put it together, and I think it goes with my room perfectly. And so yeah, that is the finished project. Yeah, so I really hope you like this video, and I hope you learned something new about the technique of staining wood, gluing a puzzle, and enjoyed watching me do this project. So if you're not already and you'd like to be, you can go ahead and subscribe. And if you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. And I will see you all next time.